This is day one of our new trailer. We're still trying to figure out just exactly what kind it is. The title says it's a 1957 camper, and that's pretty much it. So we've been scouring the internet. We have a few ideas, a few guesses based on the shape of the window in the front, and then the basic shape of the camper itself. The front has a very definite curve. The back has a very definite curve. The outside looks to be all original. But as we go to the inside, you can see that it's been totally redone. All of the original components were ripped out, and instead they put in this desk and an open space in the back with this little shelving unit. So we've removed the desks and all the junk and everything that was in the trailer, and we've got down to just the basics. There's a carpet here that we'll have to take out, some electrical outlets, this air conditioning unit, some things along the wall. This cabinet's in pretty good shape and looks to be original, but shelves have been added. Those will have to come out. There's lots of wiring just strewn around. That'll have to come out. And then we have these cabinets that look like they're original. Everything's been painted though, so we'll have to strip that. The lights are pretty good. Telephone line's been run in. That'll have to come out. The original cabinets and sink are gone, so we'll have to figure out what to do there. More phone line and wiring to come out. Janelle's already started on the carpet. It's been screwed down.
I want to see what the floor looks like. There's this carpet and then another layer under this.
So we're going to rip this out and see what's underneath it. The windows and all the hardware are in pretty good shape. The front has some kind of texture added to it. We're hoping we'll be able to just strip it all off with some paint stripper and get back to the basic wood. That'd save us a lot of effort. So after repairing holes in the floor where pipes have gone and wires have been put in place, we'll get down to the basics and see what we actually need to do from the ground up. So our first dilemma, after getting the original or the top carpet off, is that there's a carpet underneath. And so we pulled this 1x4 that was basically held in place by caulk and sprayed fiberglass. So we had to cut through this fiberglass to get to the carpet underneath. But then what we're left behind with is the front of the trailer, and you can see some of the rot in that front wood, and also the original spar that would have held it all together is gone, which is why that 1x4 was put into place and screwed in from the outside. So this is actually going to be a little bit of work to do, but it's nothing that's critical. But this whole front piece is going to have to be replaced, and we'll have to put a new support in. I took out the back piece that they had nailed in and put an outlet attached to it for their inside electricity, ripped out all the wires. What we're left with looks to be like some nice good rot. The floor, of course, is in pieces, so you've got one going clear across here, and then you've got just a couple scraps, and it's really soft. That'll all have to be done. This is actually, looks like it might be the original linoleum, but all that's left of it is this tiny strip. I think I'm going to try to save it, clean it up, just so we get a basic color design when it comes to decorating after it's all put back together. The top looks to be in pretty good shape. We've got the vent, and it actually works. I don't see really any damage around the vent, so if we can get this paint stripped off, we might be able to save this whole top panel and save ourselves a little bit of effort. There is a little bit of give right here, but that may just be a top spar, and if we can just replace that, maybe we can save ourselves some effort. Here's a view of the outside. The air conditioner, of course, is going to go. The window itself, with the exception of the glass, looks like it might be okay. I think the frame is probably salvageable. They did an add-on to the lights here. I'm not sure what the current code is, but it'd be nice to get back to just a single light. This back panel is in pretty good shape, but there's an add-on down here, probably some kind of gravel guard. Not sure if that's original or added on later. I'm pretty sure it's added on later. Looking underneath, actually this left side, both this back support, the metal, and the one in front of the tire as well, looks like it's got a little bit of a bend in it. This one isn't too bad. We might be able to bend it back. The front one I'll show in a minute, it's got more substantial bending on it, but clearly some rusting. Looking underneath, this looks to be probably the original aluminum that's bent down quite a ways underneath, but there's some tears in it. Obviously this whole panel is going to have to be replaced. The framing looks to be in pretty good shape. I don't think I'm going to have to do much with all those pieces. Underneath the wheel well, it's actually still in pretty good shape, but once I start ripping it apart, particularly you can see the gap right there because of the bend in the metal. So we'll get that straightened out, get a good joint, probably replace some of that wood, deal with some of these rust issues once we get to the undercarriage, but don't know what point that'll be. Right now we're just going to work with the basic structure of the trailer itself. You can see how the plywood flooring came together here. It's separating. That's why it's so soft. This is the piece I'm most worried about on the underside. It's got a little bit of a bend to it, so it's not straight. Don't know if I can straighten that out and put some extra support in it. But the whole left side, or street side of the trailer, has been bent down, so we're gonna definitely have to move this up.